Are you putting off something you know needs to get done? Well, stay tuned because today I'm cleaning under my sink and talking about procrastination. Oh my god. So much crap in here.
I think what crap though?
There's literally bags of dirt in here. Indeed, there was so much crap in there. But little did I know that I was not just talking about the literal bag of dirt in my sink, but I was also talking about the crap in my mind. All right, so when I originally shot this video, I had every intention of doing a before and after organization type video and making it look aesthetic, but I dropped the ball on my framing on this one, and unfortunately, half the footage ended up just being of my booty. I did not put the camera at the best angle for this, so I apologize. But I decided to use this as a sort of pivot. And instead of doing a before and after organization video, I wanted to talk about the deeper meaning behind the process of me doing this. And I know for some people watching, because I do this myself, I like to watch cleaning videos to get me motivated or inspired to clean. In the end, that's just another form of procrastination. But if you're watching for those reasons, that's why I decided to just keep this footage instead of doing like my normal sit down at the desk and talk. But anyways, so this cleaning under the sink task was one of my tasks I wanted to accomplish in February. But lo and behold, February flew by super fast and I did not finish a single decluttering task I had scheduled for myself in my planner. I really beat myself up about this. However, I've been doing a lot of examination and wondering why this is, why this is such an issue for me, because some of these tasks would literally take a couple minutes to less than an hour. They're really not a big deal, but why was it so hard for me to get that done? Even cleaning is a form of procrastination for me. I definitely struggle with procrastination. I've done so many of the tasks I wanted to get done for myself as far as non-business related. And from my perspective, these final decluttering things were the last things left before all that would be left for me to be focusing on my business and being productive in that regard. I think this is why I've been procrastinating cleaning. And then it makes me question, why am I procrastinating working on my business? This is my life dream, right? I want to be able to have my own career and my own income working for myself, doing what I love, making art, doing creative things. Yet there is still some block there, even though I love doing this, whether it's a fear of failure or a fear of success. Or maybe it's just a fear of the unknown and not knowing what's going to happen with it. All these different reasons give me sort of anxiety about working on my business, which again leads to the procrastination. I don't know. It's getting to the point now where I wonder if that's just an excuse that I'm telling myself. But now that we're already into March, I told myself, okay, Joelle, literally just get this done. Just make yourself do it. Stop making excuses. I don't have the answers to figuring out this dilemma. I have less resistance about it. These past 2 months, I've been doing things like journaling. I've been reading more self-improvement books. And then also over the past 2 years now, following coaches and people on social media who address these sorts of issues and have advice and tips and insight on that perspective. These things have all helped me. I feel like I'm not at the level I want to be at yet, but when I look back on myself from a few years ago, I can see over time there has been a bigger change and I don't procrastinate things as much. Actually, I am making progress. It just doesn't always feel that way. If any of this resonates for you, I invite you to just gain some awareness of it and question it, because that's the first step in sort of trying to overcome it and get through it. Realizing it's not necessarily the task that's the issue. It's something deeper. I mean, cleaning under the sink is not a fun activity. I don't think some people like cleaning, but I think in general, that's just not a pleasurable activity for most people. So I can understand why there's some avoidance towards it. At the same time though, it's a pretty simple task. It took me less than an hour to do this. And it wasn't something as extreme as, like, becoming a doctor where it takes like 7 years. Why was this one less than an hour task so monumental in my mind? Why did it feel so like daunting? Like, if there's some task that you have that maybe it seems like a really small task, but it feels heavy, just question it and question like why you're perceiving it that way. And my other advice, I know you're probably not going to want to hear this, but doing things even when you don't like feel like doing them, because discipline is a muscle, and it gets, I mean, I don't know if it's not a muscle, but it's like a muscle that gets easier over time the more that you make yourself do tasks that you don't want to do and just take action on things instead of overthinking. Sometimes procrastinating for me ends up making it so much worse and like a way bigger deal. Like, the longer I procrastinate a task, the more daunting it comes in my mind, and it grows bigger and bigger. My resistance gets worse and worse the longer I put it off. Whereas if I had just done it in that moment, it wouldn't really feel so scary. And I understand too, if you're dealing with depression, ADD, anxiety, any sort of mental health issues, that can make a task seem even more daunting when really it's something that can be done in a matter of minutes. And again, that's why I'm saying just kind of question, like, why, if it's such a simple task, where is this resistance coming from? So yeah, after a month of procrastinating this, I finally organized under my sink. And another thing about this is kind of silly is, like, especially because I wanted to do it for YouTube, I really originally like had hopes of making this look really like cute and aesthetic with like pretty containers and labels and stuff. And I knew that was just kind of another form of procrastination. And like, honestly, I would rather, when it comes to like making stuff look cute and aesthetic, I would rather invest my time and money doing that on areas of my home that I look at frequently, that are out in the open, not like under my sink where I go in there maybe like once a week to grab the trash bag or, whatever. And that was another reason I was procrastinating it too, because it's like, oh, I really wanted to make it look cute. And it's like, when I started to think about that, I was like, it's really not even necessary. It's just more important that it's functional and you can see what's in there. I hope this inspired you to clean, if that's what you're watching this video for, or if you're using this video to procrastinate doing something. I hope it gave you some insight or perspective to just be kind of like questioning and examining your procrastination habits in a deeper way. I'm far from perfect, as I could tell, as I told you, I procrastinated doing this for over a month, and I'm learning as I go along. And that's part of why I made this channel, was to share my experiences and discovering about this whole process of just being a better artist, entrepreneur, friend, human, whatever. If you found this video helpful in any way, just comment below. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll catch you on the next video.